Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to review Devotion. But before I do that, let me give you the synopsis, and this comes from AMC. Devotion, an aerial war epic based on the best-selling book of the same name, tells the inspirational true story of two elite U.S. Navy fighter pilots who helped turn the tide in the most brutal battle in the Korean War. Jesse Brown, the first black aviator in Navy history, and his fellow fighter pilot and friend, Top Hudner. The heroic sacrifices and enduring friendship would ultimately make them the Navy's most celebrated wingmen. So I liked the film. I did. I liked it. It wasn't the best. It wasn't like an amazing film. Unfortunately, it's a fighter, pilot movie, kind of compared to Top Gun. It's not as good as Top Gun, but it's pretty solid. Funny enough, Glenn Powell, he comes out in both. He's the cocky pilot in Top Gun, and but ultimately, he's kind of a dick. But ultimately, a good guy comes in and saves the day a little bit. But um, but this one's solid. It's a solid film. What I would say though, if it's 2 hours and 20 minutes, it does feel long. I feel like they could have cut some parts. I mean, there's a part where Elizabeth Taylor comes out because they station for a brief moment in Cannes, France, and so Jonathan Major's character Jesse Brown, he meets Elizabeth Taylor, and she invites him to a casino. He meets her at the beach, right? Because a lot of people are there surrounding her, trying to want her autograph and things like that. And so he's there, just he's just standing by, and she's like, why don't you come and bring your fellow Navy fighters to the casino? I'm inviting you. So they go and they meet up with her, and they all that. It's like a 15-20 minute thing, and I don't know. I just feel like, was it really necessary? I don't know. It just seemed like one of those movies that you just want to put it in that actor or the name of the actor just for nostalgia, or just to make the audience go, "Oh, that's cool." But it didn't really. I don't know. I really feel like it served a purpose to move the story forward, and it just, like I said, it's 2 hours and 20 minutes already. That was already like a 15-20 minute thing, so it didn't really, for me, I didn't feel like it really needed it. But it is what it is. The other thing I would say with Jonathan Majors, there's a thing with him. So he's a quirky actor. At least that's my take on it. He does, some quirky things with his acting. He's very unique with it. So that can either work or not work. And for things like Loki in the TV show on Disney Plus, it works. And the movie, believe it's called The Last Black Man in San Francisco, it worked. For this, there are parts that it didn't work, but I mean, he doesn't do it all the time. But for there's certain parts that kind of takes you out of the movie a little bit for me. So his quirkiness can kind of sort of backfire a little bit depending on the role and the movie. It wasn't a complete deterrent, and it didn't, make the movie less enjoyable. But it's just something that I noticed. I'm like, okay, he's kind of being quirky, and it seems like a choice that he makes in his roles, because he kind of puts it in a lot of his roles. So I don't know. It's just one of the things that you have to keep in mind with Jonathan Majors. He's a good actor. He's very talented, but he is a quirky actor for sure. And you take that for what it is. Either you like it or you don't. It's up to you. But I know, at least for me, I kind of got used to it, and like I said, for it depends on the movie. For this one, maybe I could have used less of it, but for the other ones, I find it perfectly okay. So, like I said, I enjoyed the film. It's based on true events. Obviously, you're gonna take some liberties with things that happen. I don't know the story of it. Honestly, this is the first time hearing about Jesse Brown and the story of Jesse Brown. But it was cool learning about it. Whether it's all 100%, obviously it can't be, right. But it was a cool story to tell. I enjoyed it, so it was pretty cool. Like I said, yeah, like go check it out if you like these aviator movies. It's pretty solid. Again, comparing it to Top Gun, not as good, but still pretty, still pretty good. It's a good watch. So I would say, if you're interested and it's playing in your local in your theater, I would say, go give it a watch and see if you like it. So, comment down below if you liked it or you didn't like it, or what do you think of Jonathan Majors, of his quirkiness? Let me know. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like. And if you enjoyed the content of this channel and you want to support me and you want to help me grow, it would really help a lot if you could subscribe. So that would help me a lot. So thank you for watching and see you in the next one.